Let's get real for a second. You might think you're doing fine because you have a roof over your head, a steady job, and maybe even a car. But here's the shocking truth. Financially, you could actually be worse off than a homeless person. Let me explain. A homeless person has $0 in their account. Zero. No assets but no debt either. Now think about your own finances. How much do you owe? Credit cards, student loans, car payments, maybe even payday loans. If your total net worth is negative, if you owe more than you own, then financially speaking you're below zero. Below someone who literally has nothing. And here's where it stings. Society tells us that owning things, cars, houses, gadgets, means we're successful. But in reality, if all those things are financed with debt, they're not yours. They belong to the bank. You're not climbing the financial ladder, you're digging yourself deeper into a hole. So, are you really better off? Or are you just living in a more expensive version of being broke? Here's the thing, being in debt doesn't just put you behind financially, it traps you. Every dollar you earn is already spoken for. You're working hard, but instead of building wealth, you're paying off past decisions. And that's the difference between being broke and being in debt. When you're broke, you're at zero. When you're in debt, you're below zero, and climbing out of that hole can feel impossible. But here's the good news, it doesn't have to stay this way. The first step is recognizing the problem. Stop adding to the debt pile. That means saying no to things that don't truly add value to your life, whether it's financing a new car you don't need or keeping up with subscriptions you don't even use. The second step? Start taking control. Create a plan to pay off your debt little by little. It's not glamorous and it won't happen overnight, but every payment brings you closer to freedom. And once you hit zero, once you're truly at nothing, you're finally ready to start building something real. So what's the takeaway? It's not about comparing yourself to a homeless person. It's about realizing that debt is the real enemy. Financial freedom doesn't start when you make more money, it starts when you stop owing it to everyone else. The question is, are you ready to stop digging and start climbing? Because the sooner you do, the sooner you can leave this version of broke behind for good.